everyone. Happy college football. Welcome to Porcelain Picks. I'm your host, Andrew Fabian. It's a Friday. The sun is out. We've got bowl season starting tomorrow. Let's dive in to the action because we at Porcelain Picks are here to bring you the locks you need as you scroll atop the porcelain throne. So I have a number of picks that I'm going to run through with you in just a minute here. Want to put out a disclaimer here. Bowl season, especially nowadays in college football, is something to keep your eye on. We know there are opt-outs. We know the transfer portal is in full swing. We know there's going to be teams that look completely different than they did in the regular season. I'm bringing you all the analysis that goes into each game. I'm going to give you my takes on it. But just understand that anything can happen in these bowl games, all right? So do not bet your life savings on these games, but betting a unit or a half unit is probably a good idea. I'm going to give you some winners here, but use some discretion, okay? That's the disclaimer. Enough of that. This season, Porcelain Picks overall record 128, 105, and 3, bringing you winners throughout the 2023 college football season. So we'll continue to do that during bowl season. And I'll dive into tomorrow's action. All right, so first bowl up, we've got an 11 a.m. bowl, the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Okay, this is in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and it starts at 11 a.m. I kind of sense a little bit of a lean here, okay? I'm going to dive into the teams here. So we've got Georgia Southern and Ohio. Many of you probably have no idea a single player on either team, especially with the opt-outs. We've got 10 guys opting out from Ohio, including their starting quarterback, Rourke. So Ohio is a depleted team. They ran pretty decently through the MAC this year. They were kind of a ho-hum team in the MAC. Georgia Southern started out the year really hot. They ended on a real low note, losing a lot of games to end the year. They limped through the end of the regular season. But in this game, it's in Myrtle Beach. It's 11 a.m. It's going to be windy. I like the under in this game. Right now, it's sitting at 48.5. With the wind coming in at 11 miles an hour, I don't think these teams are going to be waking up early and really digging their heels into the ground and running the football. I think there's going to be a lot of mistakes, a real slow start. Under 45.5 is the pick here. Lock it, flush it for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. All right, we're going to move into the afternoon slate. So 2:15, we've got Jacksonville State and the Louisiana Ragin' Cajuns playing. Coach Rich Rodriguez, who you may have heard of, he's with Jacksonville State. Jacksonville State's a 2.5-point favorite in the New Orleans Bowl, okay? So for Jax State, they're looking for their first ever bowl win. I think this is a big element to this when you think about whether teams are going to get up, whether players are going to really be trying their hardest to win these games or just treating it like an exhibition game. Louisiana, this is New Orleans. It's going to be a little bit of a lean towards the home crowd for them. But again, the 2.5-point favorite, I think Jax State's just been the better team throughout this season from the research that I've done. And I think they're going to really be itching, scratching, clawing for their first ever bowl win. Take Jacksonville State minus 2.5 in the New Orleans Bowl. Lock it. Flush it. All right. We'll move again to the afternoon slate. We got a 3:30 game in the Cure Bowl. This is the Miami Redhawks facing Appalachian State. All right. So we know the Sun Belt has been really strong this season. They've got the athletes where the MAC might not have the athletes. Miami, Ohio, trudging through. We know that they won the MAC this year. My boy Joey Mack is super amped up. He was on cloud nine after that MAC championship victory. I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for the Red Hawk faithful. Miami comes into this game as a 6.5-point dog. They're going to have their third-string quarterback. Joey Mack says that might be a good thing. Gabbert, we know, with that gruesome injury earlier in the season, he's out for the year. The backup quarterback is in the transfer portal. He's not playing, so Joey Mack said that might be an upgrade for Miami. So keep that in mind. The Red Hawks a 6.5-point dog in this game. Over-under is also set at 42.5. App State, I feel, has the better athletes. Joey Mack is not going to bet this game because it's the Red Hawks. App State's got the better athletes, but I think the Red Hawks prevail here. I think they have the better defense. I think they're going to come out as MAC champions. They've got something to prove. I think these players truly play for this program, and I think the Red Hawks have something special going. I take the points here. I think Miami has a chance to win this game. Take Miami plus 6.5 and take the under. I think this Red Hawks defense and I think their special teams gets it done today. I think they turn App State over. And while the better athletes are on the App State side of the ball, I think the heart and soul of the Red Hawks gets it done. Plus 6.5, under 42.5. Lock each bet separately, flush each separately. All right, 5:45, we got the evening game. We got New Mexico Bowl, New Mexico State. Basically a home game for them. They're 3.5-point favorites against Fresno State. So both teams had pretty strong seasons. I think New Mexico State, just being that this is a home game, I think they were the better team this season, not by much. They're actually the motivation behind this. I like to try to find the little motivators here to make sure these teams are actually going to show up and try to play, or they have bulletin board material, so on and so forth. New Mexico State comes in seeking their first 10-win season since 1960. All right, so that playing in front of the home crowd. I think they played last year. They played last year somewhere in the Midwest, and the flights were canceled for their bowl game. Fans didn't get to show up. I think they're going to show out this game, and I think this team's going to get it done. Take New Mexico State minus 3.5 in the New Mexico Bowl. Lock it. Flush it. All right. The nightcap. I'm skipping over the UCLA game because there's so many opt-outs, and I don't know what's what with that game, so I'm not gonna drop a pick there and risk losing it for you guys. But I have 2 picks in the nightcap game. So the Independence Bowl starts at 9:15. If you're a college football fanatic like me, you'll go out to dinner with your wife. You'll have some fun. She'll go to bed, and you'll stay up and watch this game until after midnight. You'll regret it in the morning, but it'll be fun while it's on, especially if you follow the Porcelain Picks for it. So we got Texas Tech minus 3 against Cal, the Cal Bears. 2 6-6 teams, a plethora of opt-outs from both sides in this game. There's about 15 players out for each team. That's between transfers. That's between guys just not wanting to play in the bowl. But some of the most important players will be playing. So Cal's got Fernando Mendoza, their freshman quarterback. He's played the last 7 games for the Bears. He's had a strong start to his college football career. Pretty efficient player. Their starting running back, Jaden Ott, who's had some great performances. He's little known, but I think he's a guy who you want to watch out for in the future. On the Texas Tech side, again, they've got Taj Brooks, one of the best running backs in college football that you've never heard of. He's coming back. He's playing in the bowl game. I think this one's going to be a track meet between the running backs, between some of the backups who are going to get a chance to prove themselves. I don't see the backups coming out here and just cakewalking through this game. I think both teams are going to want this. I think it's going to be a fun one to watch. The over-under right now is set at 58.5. I said Texas Tech was the 3-point favorite. I think for Cal, their leading tackler, their linebacker, forget his name off the top of my head, but he's out this game. He's not going to be playing. I think that's going to be a big loss for Cal. I think some of the Texas Tech receivers have opted out. So this game's going to be a battle of the running backs. I think Texas Tech is going to get this done. I think this is going to be an exciting matchup that goes over the total. So take Texas Tech minus 3 and take the over 58.5. Lock those bets. Flush them and enjoy yourself at night for that Independence Bowl. Pour a glass of bourbon, stay up late, put your feet up, and just watch some fun college football with some backup players just trying to get some playing time headed into next year, right? So those are the bowl picks. We're going to try to continue with the winners throughout bowl season for you. Hopefully we start out with a bang tomorrow. Happy college football, everyone. It's been a good journey this season. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're going to continue to give you updates. I want to make sure that I'm passing along some winners to you so you can make some money and have some fun doing it. Let's enjoy ourselves. Here's to bowl season. Here's to college football. Porcelain Picks. I'm Andrew Fabian. Thanks all.